Comparison really is a thief of joy. I'm sure we've all heard of this phrase at least 10 billion times in our lives. I think I've compiled a very good number of ways to navigate through this, which actually works, believe it or not. First of all, we are all completely different, okay? I think this has to be told to some people that it needs to be pinned on their forehead. We are all different. There is no need for you to compare yourself to someone else. It's pointless. Even if you do literally the same thing as someone else, it's pointless. Everyone is different. Everyone has unique skills. Everyone has unique attributes. Some people are better at listening. Some people are better at speaking. But that doesn't mean that, okay, they're bad at listening. They're bad at speaking. It's just what they're preferably good at, or just how they're naturally better. We always have to make everything as a society competitive, which is stupid. They're humans as well. The people you compare yourself to, they're humans as well. They bleed, they cry, they have literally moments that you can't see. And here's another thing, because when I first started content, especially, so when I did my storytime animations, especially, I felt this to the core. I saw so many people make their first storytime videos, stuff like nice to meet you, hi YouTube, there was a whole swarm of them, and they all blew up, and I was thinking, why didn't anyone notice me? And I just wanted to get this out of my system. I don't like being jealous, but the reason why this hit me is because I was already making video after video after video. If you don't believe me, look at the oldest videos on this channel. Oh my goodness, some of them are cringy and they take me days. Imagine how it feels to just see someone pop up on your feed and just blow up just like that. But other times I also did think to myself, maybe these people made a prayer. Maybe these people did something behind the scenes and I don't see it. And that's why we have to think like that. And instead of just vilifying them, because I didn't vilify anyone, especially long term, because I don't like to hate people. And just because you're successful does not mean I'll just dislike you. What the hell? That's stupid. But I was thinking to myself, why couldn't I get this? You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't really it shouldn't have been them, it should have been me. It's more like, if they can, why didn't I? And then I realized something really important. Maybe these people did something behind the scenes that I just can't see. And that put things into perspective. Because when I see some of the animators and when I see some people who do all of these things, it would take days as well for them. And I was thinking I would never have the patience to do that. And then some of them have really good energy. So the comment section resonated really well with them. I wonder what kind of energy I exude. I try to be as genuine as I can. I think I express the genuine part well, because to me it just feels like I'm being myself. But I just feel like having trustworthy energy is everything. So if you can achieve that as a YouTuber or a person, props to you, because that is big. Anyway, they're humans as well. People do things behind the scenes, in the dark room, as we call them, in their rooms doing whatever, and we just don't know it. Some people look like, okay, they did nothing and then they blew up. If we see it like that, we're gonna think with spite. But if we think of it in much more depth and think, okay, maybe this person had a meltdown. Maybe this person prayed for it. Maybe this person is going through a rough situation, a rough patch, and somehow this was God's answer. You know what I'm saying? And when you think like that, it makes you see them in a way how you'd want to see yourself. Eventually, when I saw these new animators, I commented on some of them and said it's nice to meet you and stuff. And I introduced myself as an animator as well, because from one artist to another, it's always sweet. And some of them are genuinely so sweet. So that also gave me an idea that, you know what, it's okay. Even if I couldn't get my chance to shine, maybe God wanted me to shine differently. Because we forget that just because we don't get what we want doesn't mean it's always good for us. The second thing is quite deep, but everyone needs to hear this. Life is temporary. We're all going to leave this world one day. So whatever you have, whatever those people have, whatever whoever has, they can't take it with them. We can't take anything with us when we leave this world. Literally. Just our bodies and rusting. That's it. Sorry, not sorry. That's honestly what's going to happen. You have a unique skill that no one else can take away from you. This person has something you don't have, or these people. but you have something that these people don't have. That's how I like to see it. Because when I see it like that, it makes me think better about myself, and it makes me humanize the other person as well. You don't know what someone else has done to achieve a set goal. We only see the surface. We only see the highlights. It's like if you see someone's social media page, you only see the highlights. No one's gonna make a video saying, hey guys, I'm having a breakdown and blah blah blah. Unless you're me. No one is going to just tell you that. People like to show you the highlights because that's the thing. Being authentic never has competition. And that's something I realized. And that is a very unique advantage. Because think about it. If you are yourself, right, there is no need to compare. You don't have to be like someone else. You're you. You can just unapologetically be yourself. And if you're thinking about, oh, what would they do? What would they do? That's not living for you. That's not authentic. So when you just learn that, hey, you can be crazy, you can be yourself. Yeah, people won't like you, but there are people who will. Believe it or not, some people will actually like it. When I first started commentaries, you know what I was thinking? There's a random cute character on my screen. Will anyone take me seriously with my commentaries, or will they think I'm trying to sugar play everything? Wait, what? Wait, what's the word? Sugarcoat, that's it. Don't look at my character. But I don't. And that's the thing, you guys gave me the benefit of the doubt. Thank you. So, yeah. I just think that people need to see it in that way. Not necessarily the way I just said. I'm just saying it's okay to just be yourself and really, really understand that authenticity cannot be matched. Someone can try to be inspired by you. No one can be you. That's your biggest advantage. Use it. And it's not even a weapon because you're yourself. But if you're trying to be someone else, that's a weapon. You're weaponizing it because it's using a strategy. But hey, if you are yourself, there is nothing to hide. There's nothing to feel guilty about. And unless you are an absolute joke of a person or someone who is, I don't know, some kind of criminal or just someone who's just bad-natured, you're good. You're actually fine. And people need to acknowledge that. So when you become the original, that's when you start having comparisons to. I'm kidding, don't. I don't want to be compared to anyone. Yikes or yikeries. It's like even when I made storytime animations, people told me my art style was like one of the famous animators. And I was just telling you it's inspired by shoujo. It's not necessarily by a single animator, etc. And I was thinking to myself, what's the point of watching me if that person already exists and we do similar stuff? Then I was thinking, no one is freaking me. Whoopsies. That's the thing. You can be inspired. You can be someone who can take things from others. But don't take that identity. That's yours. That's yours to keep. You can copy people. You can have some kind of personality traits. But don't copy their damn ID. That's what people do. Unfortunately, literally as well. But this is more gearing towards being someone you're not. When you become someone who wants to be compared, I'm sorry. When you become someone who is original, that's when you've done something with your life. All these people who you want to be like, right? They started somewhere. A lot of them are just like you. If you're thinking about making a brand, if you're thinking about making yourself more known to XYZ, then just think about it this way. Some people who you look up to, they had a phase where they felt hopeless, where people compared them because they're human beings as well. Maybe they also had people look down on them, people telling them that they can't achieve anything. Did they listen to those people? No, because that's why they're where they are to begin with. And I'm not saying that I'm just going to guess someone's backstory, but at the same time, I can't just act like the people we watch or the people who we feel inspired by are people who just got it easily. Some people would just say to others, oh, you just got it handed to you. It's never handed. Honestly. Yeah, I understand some things you can get advantages for. Maybe someone pays for something. Maybe you get equipment for free. But the content and the official brand is all on that person. If people just say, oh, they're just rich. Oh, that's an excuse. People work hard. Doesn't matter how much money you have. And then money is not a problem either, because people who are poor, they made their way up. People who are rich, they made their way higher. You know, there's so many different possibilities. People just make excuses to just dog on someone because they can't do anything for themselves. Point blank. Think about it, okay? You don't want to be someone who just lives your life hoping to be given validation by others. It's tiring. And being someone you're not, that would be more tiring. So imagine you're just at the end of your life and you're just telling yourself, oh, I wish I was myself or tough. That's it. You don't want that. You want to be someone who's true to your values and someone who just spreads goodness wherever you go. That's the ideal plan. But at the same time, you are the standard. You can't make anyone else that standard. I'm not trying to put in some cliche words of motivation here. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not BSing, guys. Don't let yourself fall prey to this trap. Sometimes I have to remind myself, people, you don't know what people have been through. You've only seen the highlights. If someone has millions of followers, if someone has thousands of views, etc., you don't know what they've been through. You don't know what it took. Even if they uploaded their first video and it went viral, you don't know what happened. You weren't there with them to just say with certainty, oh, they just got lucky. No, man. Because sometimes I get told by people, why am I not doing as hard? Or why am I still here, XYZ? What am I doing with my life? Why am I... You know, it gets tiring. Even when I make advice like this, it gets tiring in my own life and people around me say that. But at the same time, I can't fall prey to it. I'm a human being. I bleed. These things will get to me. But eventually, it just becomes like every other sentence. So if you feel the need to compare yourself, just remember, we're all gonna go one day. This is what humbles me the most, because it's the most inevitable thing. We're all going to go one day. It's guaranteed. The one thing that's guaranteed in our life besides birth is death. We're all gonna go one day. We can't take this with us. So if you're trying to be successful, if you're trying to be liked by someone, you can't take that with you. Same with the people you admire. They can't take a set thing with them. And when I see things like that, it really reminds me how human and how weak, not wimpy kind of weak, but how vulnerable, that's the word, that we are. How short life is, how fragile we are. So this turned into a deep lesson about life, but that's how deep and far-fetched comparison can go, I guess. It affects your whole life. So you either do something about it or you keep complaining and letting nothing happen. If I keep zooming in, guys, for anyone who is new, it means I'm talking about something serious. I'm not trying to annoy you with camera angles, okay? I just feel like I had to pause, zoom in. It's like having eye contact with you. Sorry, that makes it more intimidating. My apologies. Oh my goodness gracious me. We're in one Shangrong because I missed this place. This is not unicorn friendly. Wait, what if I... No! No. My unicorn. My unicorn is back. Aw. Yay. Unicorns are loyal. Just be yourself. Sounds cliche, but you will appreciate it as you grow up. Because, trust me, if you feel like you can't be yourself now, you're gonna have problems being yourself later. So at least if you struggle in life while being yourself, it's better than struggling long term by being someone you're not. Trust me, you are the standard and you've got something that no one else has. Treasure that unique gift you have. Don't compare. There is something you have. Look deeper inside of yourself. No one has your personality. No one is like you. You get me? We need one of you in this world. That's why God created you. And even if you don't believe in God, there's a reason why you were made. You can do something good for this world. Much love. Anyway, guys, before I sign off, I would like to say if this video resonated with you and any of my other videos, please kindly support my Ko-fi page. And without further ado, I bid you farewell and hope you take care of yourself.